Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sherelle, and in this video we are going to Osaka, Japan via Los Angeles with a layover in Vancouver, Canada. We did have an early morning flight with Air Canada, so we did get to the airport extra early in LAX, but the counter was not open. It did say that the check-in desk opened 2 hours before the first flight, so we had some time to walk around. One thing to note is that Air Canada did check our passports before we boarded the plane, as this was an international flight. So do keep that in mind if you're flying from Los Angeles, to make sure you have all your travel documentation. And for our flight to Vancouver, we did have an aisle and middle seat. We always like to book seats where one of us would have access to the aisle in case the other person has to use the restroom. I actually had the middle seat and it was not bad at all. I had actually had a ton of seating space, so I was able to tuck my bag right underneath with leg room to spare. This was my first time in Vancouver, Canada, and I will definitely be coming back. I love the design of the airport. There was a ton of space to walk around, from an indoor aquarium as well as an outdoor space to get fresh air. We did walk around the airport a little bit. I always make sure that my gate is a gate. If you're one of those people, comment below. I get anxious if I don't make sure my gate is a gate, but after we do that, I wanted to walk around and possibly go to one of the airport lounges. Vancouver has a lot of new things coming to their airport, including this lounge, and I am an American Express Platinum Card member, so I would love to go back to the airport to see this lounge, possibly visit it during the opening of this lounge. But there are other lounges to go to. We end up going to the SkyTeam Lounge, which is near that lounge that I just showed you, and they had a great spread. Now the lounge did look small, but it is a level up above the main boarding area, so you will have to take the elevator upstairs, and there's a ton of sitting space, and they have so many food options, including a noodle bar. My sister and I actually got to the lounge around 10:30, so we were able to get breakfast, and they were actually setting up for lunch, so we were able to get some sandwiches and soup as well as breakfast items. After we left the lounge, we did decide to walk around a little bit more, and the airport has an indoor aquarium, and there was a little bit of a crowd there, but it was a great opportunity to take some pictures. They had a stream there as well as the outdoor area, which I showed earlier. And now we are on our way to Osaka, Japan. We did actually pick another aisle and middle seat, which I don't mind sitting in the middle seat. It doesn't bother me as long as my sister has the aisle seat. So if I need to get up, I can just ask her to move and I can go walk the aisles. One interesting thing about our flight to Osaka is that the menu was actually in the TV. You just had to go to the menu and foods tab to see what would be offered on the flight. So that was great. I could actually see what was going to be served prior, so I already knew what I was getting before the flight attendant came around. The food was actually pretty good on the flight. It was actually a lot of food for me at this time since I kind of stuffed myself in the lounge, so I didn't get to eat everything, but I did of course get to my brownie, which was delicious. We made it safely to the Kansai airport in Osaka, Japan, which was awesome. It was a little crowded at the airport, so we did have to navigate our way a little bit. The hotel is actually attached to the airport, so we just had to navigate out of the airport and find the ramp that would take us to our hotel for the night. My sister and I chose this hotel because it's attached to the airport. You literally walk out the airport across a ramp and you're right in front of the hotel. So I would recommend this hotel. I will have a full review, a separate video of the hotel and our experience there. We are actually going to drop our things off and keep going, as the hotel is actually about 40 minutes away from Dotonbori Food Street. After dropping off our bags and resting for a little bit, we headed over to the train station area to catch a train to Dotonbori, where we could go shop around and get some dinner for the night. We are up early for our flight from Osaka, Japan to Seoul, South Korea. If you enjoy travel content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel, as it helps us grow here on YouTube. Like and share this video with a friend, and I would look forward to seeing you in the next one, as we have a ton of travel content coming your way.